All right, here goes nothing. I'm going to be starting Destiny completely fresh. I've played the game a lot, but it's been a while since I've really been able to know what the sort of new player experience is like. So, what I'm going to do is I'm playing on my old Xbox One. I created a new account, and I'm going to hop in and see, uh, yeah, what the free to play experience is like. I've enjoyed Destiny a lot over the years, and I think other people should enjoy it too. And their free to play option is a great way to get people interested in it. So I just wanted to hop in and see what it's like, and yeah, hopefully get some other people interested in it as well. Here we go. I don't think that music can ever not make me smile. So I have this game on my Xbox One Series X. I also have it on my PC. I've been playing Destiny since Destiny 1, probably about 10 years ago now. Played Destiny 1 a lot. Destiny 2, it's been kind of on and off more over the last couple of years. This is actually a pretty sick feature they have, the cross save. Um, you can play this game on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S. You can also play it on your computer on, I believe, Steam, on Windows, from the Windows Store, and I think from the Epic Games Store as well. And they allow the option to basically play the same character on all of those. I believe some of the DLCs are specific to the specific console, but your actual characters you can play across the board, which is actually pretty awesome. It hasn't always been like that. I've never read all this before. It might be interesting at some point to do that, but that's not what I'm here for today. Okay. This is just another reminder that you can play on multiple systems. Join the fight, earn powerful gear. Okay. Looks like you can sign up for an account at Bungie and it gives you additional rewards. Let's sign up. think that's my account. Let me double check. At least one of my accounts. Okay, yeah, that works. Chocolate@outlook.com. Yes, that is correct. I should eventually get into it as well, but there's a lot of options that Bungie has on their website that is sort of a supplement to what happens in game. I think that's one of the things I'll be focusing on. So that account will come back later. But for now, I'm just interested in hopping into the game. I guess the real question is which class am I going to play? At least to start off with. Let's set these screen bounds. There we go. I tend to like my stuff a little bit on the brighter side, but I think that will work. They have some awesome accessibility options if you happen to be colorblind. They have some different colorblind options. I happen to not be colorblind, so I typically stick with just the default. I'll leave subtitles on, text size, text color, that's fine. I think defaults will be fine with me. There we go, nice. The very first thing that pops up is a sort of reminder about Fireteam Finder. That's a in-game implementation of their group finding tool. Find a fire team or create your own to take on raids, dungeons, seasonal activities, and more. Try it out from the director using the roster tab or by using the access point found on every activity's launch screen. I hope to hop into that a lot. It's a really neat feature that they have. It used to be something that you'd have to go find your own communities online to find people to play with, but they have built it right into the game. Every week they give a little bit of a sort of a pop-up ad that says what's going on next week. Next week, the Moments of Triumph, which is a sort of yearly event that they have. That'll be fun to play. Yeah. Nightfall, Crucible, raid, dungeons, missions. Neat. All right. This is the real question. So to start off with, you get to choose a class that you want to play. There are 3 different major archetypes. There's a Titan, a Hunter, and a Warlock. If you've played RPGs before, a Titan, well, I'll say there is quite a bit of overlap between these, and you're not really stuck to be sort of one play style, and you have the option to make 3 separate characters. So whichever one you choose at first is not necessarily the one you have to always stick with. But the Titan is, I guess, sort of along the lines of the brawler, sort of the tank class. The Hunter is going to be more of your sneaky, kind of like your rogues. They have a lot more sort of jumping abilities. And your Warlocks, they have some healing abilities. They also are sort of like your mages. They're sort of the space magic guys. So let's see. Titan, disciplined and proud. Titans are capable of both aggressive assaults and stalwart defenses. Sounds about right. A Hunter, agile and daring. Hunters are quick on their feet and quicker on the draw. And then Warlock. Warlocks weaponize the mysteries of the universe to sustain themselves and devastate their foes. My other account, the Warlock, is what I primarily played, so I'm most familiar with that. The least familiar with Hunter and Titan I've played a bit. I think I'm going to start with a Titan here. We have some customization options. We get to choose a couple different body types. We get to choose sort of a more masculine or more feminine look. We've got 3 different races we can choose between. There's the humans, which are human. We've got the Awoken, which is sort of like space humans, I guess. And then Exos are sort of like robots. Let's see. I think my other Titan I had was a feminine Awoken. Maybe I'll do an Exo this time. Yeah, let's do Exo. You get some face options. And actually, throughout all of Destiny, up until I think sometime in the next month, whichever character customization you created at the beginning, that's what you were stuck with. There was no option to change anything. But they're actually going to be adding that in an update here before too long, actually. Which is a pretty awesome quality of life feature to add in that they haven't had before. Let's do that guy. Okay, the mouth color changes the little light here. Let's go with this guy. Do like a black and red. Head feature, we can add something onto the head. It'd be kind of nice if we could rotate him here, but that's kind of sick. Those ears. Let's do this guy. How does red look? What about orange? All right. Marking, give him some tattoos. Yeah, let's make it look something a little bit more that we can see. Ooh, that's bright. Get a splatter across the eye. That's kind of sick. What do I think? That one or that one? Let's do that one. All right. There's our Titan. Guess I already reached level 20. I didn't think I had done anything yet. The music in this game is just absolutely phenomenal. Planet Mars. Careful, bro. So there's a big white sphere hanging out above Mars. I guess we'll find out what that is.
Some say this universe is made of light and darkness. These ancient forces flow through all matter and energy in our solar system and beyond. But we haven't always known this. When the Traveler arrived in our solar system, they called it many things. A ship, a planet, a god. Its presence provoked and inspired great change. It terraformed several moons and planets. Our lifespans increased threefold. And we launched colony ships to settle worlds beyond our own. This was our golden age. But like all golden ages, it was doomed to collapse. The Traveler was pursued by an ancient enemy, a voice in the darkness. It found us. Humanity lost everything. With the last of its strength, the Traveler pushed back its enemy to create something new. The ghosts. In the dark times that followed the collapse, the ghosts chose the first light bearers. Immortal warriors gifted with the power of the Traveler's light. Humanity faced many threats in those days. Invaders from beyond our system arrived in droves. Pirates, called the Fallen, came to scavenge the remains of our golden age. The warlike Cabal came for our territory and resources for conquest. The Hive, ravenous worshippers of death, came to feed their infernal hunger. And the Vex, strange living machines, came to recreate our world in their own brutal image. We fought with each other as well. For a time, chaos reigned. Though in the end, we came together to rebuild, to heal. We built a city under the Traveler, the last safe city of Earth. In this city, humanity lived peacefully in all its forms. The humans, Earth's original inhabitants, the Exos, marvels of the Golden Age, and the Awoken, a people touched by both light and dark. Lightbearers took an oath to protect the last city. Over the centuries, they earned the title Guardians. The Titans, paragons of strength and bravery. The Warlocks, mage scholars trained in the arcane arts. And the Hunters, bold adventurers gifted with cunning. Guardians know that when they stand together, they are stronger. And now, new threats use our own powers against us. The Black Fleet closes in, edging us toward a second collapse. And our greatest adversary, the voice in the darkness, is revealed. A being of unimaginable power. The Witness. But all is not lost. Brand new Guardians rise every day to shape the future of our solar system and beyond.
Inspirational, to say the least.
Guardian? Eyes up, Guardian. It worked. You're alive. You don't know how long I've been looking for you. I'm a ghost. Actually, now I'm your ghost, and you? Well, you've been dead a long time. So you're going to see a lot of things you won't understand. This is fallen territory. We aren't safe here. I have to get you to the city. Hold still. Don't worry, I'm still with you. We need to move, fast.
This place is an old cosmodrome, a Russian spaceport. It's quarantined now, and quite dangerous, but our only way forward is through that wall.
So Destiny's a first-person shooter. Notice we're in first-person view. That little guy that's been talking to us, that's our ghost. He'll be our companion, help us along the way, give us tips and advice, maybe even do a little bit of hacking for us. Controls, you look around with your joystick, you move around with the left joystick, you look around with the right joystick. Jump, you hit A, and then each of the classes has a different type of jump, but if you jump and then hit jump again, you can sort of jump a little bit higher in the air. So looks like there's a waypoint marker here, this little gray diamond here is telling us where to go. Pretty sick. These little old cars. And we've never really explored around much out here. They're obviously wanting us to go in here, so let's head that way.
I need to get you back to the city. To do that, we'll need a ship. But first, I need to find you a weapon. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, right now we just have our fists.
Careful. They're all around us.
Notice in the top left we have a motion tracker. Sort of shows us the direction we're pointing, the direction we're supposed to go, and then the little red marks on it show the direction of enemies.
It's a risk, but I'll get us more light. Hard military system, check. Frayed wires and rust, check. When I flip this switch, expect trouble. Not good.
Whoa.
Definitely not happy to see us.
Whoa.
There's a rifle. Grab it.
Hold X to pick up a weapon.
I brought you back for a reason.
A
Girl.
Kavastov.
You're a Titan. That means you're a fighter. So be ready, because we're deep in enemy territory.
So once you have a gun, right trigger shoots. Reload is either you get to the end of your clip, it automatically reloads for you. Or you can shoot, and if you want to reload whenever you want, you just hit X and it'll reload. To zoom in, you hit the left trigger. You know, as you zoom in, there are some guns that have these reticles, some don't. So you can zoom in and shoot, give you a little bit better aiming. Woo! Some of our first enemies. I usually prefer to zoom in when I'm shooting, even if they're really close. Woo! Ooh. I need to press the right bumper to melee. I shot that guy instead. Let's go find another person.
Stay focused. If your tracker blinks, there's trouble nearby.
Okay, there's some bad guys. You can run up to someone, hit the right bumper, and punch them. Left bumper is going to throw your grenade.
The fallen are scavengers. Alien pirates picking at humanity's remains. Speaking of pirates,
What do we got here?
there's a loot cache. Let's take what's
A loot
inside.
cache, or a treasure chest, as I like to call it. Stubborn Oak, an energy weapon. To switch guns, you hit Y if you're on the Xbox. This looks like it's a shotgun. Oh, that's already telling me. I'm jumping ahead a little bit. Woo. Shotguns are good for up close. Woo. I don't think so. You can either zoom in. Alright. Press RB, use when melee is energy is full to perform a charged melee. So down in the bottom left, you'll see see those 3 boxes. The one on the far left is a little circle that's loading up right now. That's your grenade energy. The one in the middle is your melee energy, and that's full right now. So let's see what happens when I stop now. Whoa. Well, I didn't hit him, but... So each of the classes has a different grenade, different melee ability. And each of them have different options you can choose actually as well.
More falling. Hit it with everything you
Hit the left bumper and the right bumper to use the super ability. Whoa.
Your light is strong, Guardian.
You'll notice in the bottom left, that yellow bar, that's your super energy. You can fill that up by getting kills. Oh, Guardian abilities. The bottom left of your HUD displays the cooldowns for your grenade, melee, and class abilities. They do a pretty good job of walking you through what each of these things are.
Keep pushing forward. I'll locate a ship we can use to fly home.
As a Guardian, you gain access to the untapped potential of the light. Press the start button to open your inventory and inspect your subclass. So this is the sort of start menu. What do we have here? So here it shows our guns. We've got the Kvastov as the auto rifle. We've got the Stubborn Oak as a shotgun. Looks like there's room for other guns here too. Because here's our Ghost. This is our armor. Looks like it's wanting me to click on this. So right now we're using Striker, which is an arc subclass. Arc is this sort of blue electricity. Let's press Y to inspect it. So if we hold down B, we can actually put a barricade. This is our jumping ability. This is our melee ability called Thunderclap. Our grenade. And as you play, you'll unlock more of these options. Aspects are sort of buffs that you can choose. And there will be fragments as well. But we don't have those yet. Looks like there's some new people here.
Party. We're in more trouble than I thought.
So now we're out sort of in the open world. Notice that these are some other people that are hanging around too. Here's some spin metal leaves we can collect. Alright, new objective. Push back the assault. Looks like we have a challenge to kill some enemies. So let's do that.
I'm scanning for nearby ships. You're doing great. Focus on the fall.
Some more spin metal leaves. I think this just gives you a little bit of money. One thing I'll point out that you can do pretty early on. Oh, that guy just killed him.
No ship, but I'm detecting a friendly signal here.
Oh, that guy killed him.
We may be able to help.
Let's find an enemy that we can play around with.
My Vanguard operation is compromised. I'm separated from my strike team.
Vanguard. They're from the last city.
So you see on this guy, there's a little
Cass, Maeve, if you're hearing this,
like yellow dot over his head. When an enemy has a low enough health, if you walk up to him, and on the Xbox you click down on the right stick, it does what's called a finisher, which is kind of a fun way to kill the enemies. So you can take down their health quite a bit, and then walk up to them and use that finisher for a really satisfying kill. of stuff over here. Here's a chest. Alright. Long press, hold down Y to open a power weapon. Okay. Whoa. We're getting shot all over the place. So I just held down B. Whoa. And that dropped out a barrier. Stop shooting me, guys. Man, that's a spider tank. This is a big enemy tank. When it comes out, they're gonna be, you gotta shoot the shields off off the legs, and then it'll fall down and open up a weak spot. Man, this guy just keep hitting me. So that's that barrier. Hold down B and it'll pull that out. Alright. I'm getting distracted. Track the signal. I'm following the direction on the map. If you want to sprint, you click down on the left stick. It'll make you go a little bit faster. Man, that's fun. Something's happening. Whoa.
Thank the light. I didn't think we had other Guardians on patrol here. Listen, my fire team's missing. I need backup, and...
This guy needs some help.
Oh, you're fresh out of the grave, aren't you?
We heard your distress call. We're here to help.
Brave. I like it. Tall order for your first day, though. Doesn't help that I rushed the perimeter scans, and now... I need to locate my team before there's nothing left to find. Sit tight. I'll get you to the city soon enough.
I've made it this far. Let me help.
I get it. Nobody likes to be sidelined.
Guardians are stronger together. Isn't that right?
You sound like Commander Zavala. All right, then. Load up. This is gonna get dicey. But do what I say, and we'll get through it.
We won't
Sir,
let
yes,
you down.
sir.
Follow my signal.
What now?
There's a weapon in that locker. Probably an upgrade for you. Grab it and head to my location.
Okay, I got a new kinetic weapon. Hit the start button. What you do is you put your cursor over the weapon and it'll pull up. Looks like you have these options. So right now we only have this submachine gun we can choose. Okay. We notice that this Kavastov, notice the power on it is 1600. And we got the submachine gun, which the power is 1611. what that did is it raised our overall power. So this overall Guardian power is an average of the power of each of your weapons and your armor. So you see right now we've got 1611 as this submachine gun, 1600, 1605, and then there's power on each of your armor as well. And so as you go through, you'll get stronger and stronger armor and stronger weapons. Right now, the highest armor and weapons you can get is 1810, but here at the beginning, we'll be quite a bit below that. But I think we'll probably grow pretty quickly. But that's one of the major sort of objectives in the game,
I'll scan for signals from
is
my
to
jump ship.
increase
I need you to be my eyes on
Guardian
the ground.
power. So I'm just going to follow the waypoint marker again. Notice sometimes it's that little gray dot on the middle of the screen, and sometimes up there in the top left in the mini map are the radar tracker. It also points the direction that you're supposed to be going. If you want to crouch, you hit B. You can crouch under. And if you want to slide, I mentioned you sort of push forward, you hold that down on the left stick to sprint, and then you hit B, and you'll like slide forward. Kind of a fun
I've
thing
got a
to
source
do.
for the interference. Let's check it out.
Okay. Looks like there's a person over here. No, maybe not. All right. All right, there's some enemies up here. So we see the current objective on the screen, but also if you want another way to look at it, hitting the sort of back button is what I call it. It'll show you the direction of where you're supposed to go. And over there on the right, it shows sort of what your overall objectives are, and on the left is your current objective. Notice this screen also has some other information down on the bottom left. It says the steps. It'll show you the name of the area that you're in. It gives you an option to return to orbit, which we'll talk about at a later time. There's some bad guys up here. Let's
Get the falling off that thing.
just did that powered melee, but I think I missed it.
Get me closer to that antenna.
Investigate the antenna. There we go. So notice, you can come up to this item, this area, and it says hold down X to hack. You'll drop your ghost off, and he'll help you out a little bit.
Spliced in here.
Oh, there's some
That's
people
scrambling
in
your
there.
scans.
Fallen can't resist tinkering with old scrap.
They're certainly skilled at it. This will take a minute to fix.
You'll notice these boxes on the ground. This green-looking
Hold them
box
off while I work
is
on
called special ammo, and this is going to reload guns like shotguns. This purple is heavy ammo, and that's going to reload your heavy weapon, which is your more powerful weapon, but you're sort of less likely to get ammo for that.
Signal restored.
Damn. Our team signals are missing, and last known locations are nowhere near each other. They wouldn't split up unless things got real bad. I'll track Cass. You find Maeve. Sending coordinates now.
Alright, what now? Alright, notice they're sending us over this way again. I think it said to hit start to open, to turn on text chat. Let's try that. So, start button. Notice you have a couple options at the top. Left and right bumper will go to some different things. But if we bumper over to the right, there's settings. So let's go do that. I think down in social, Text chat is on. Oh, it's already on. Okay. Notice you can play around here in the other settings. There's other options you can choose. But let's go find where they're taking us.
Myths say the Fallen once lived in the Traveler's Grace, but something happened. The Traveler
What are
left
these
them,
guys?
and that brought ruin to their civilization. They've come
Hold
all
down
this way
X.
chasing what they lost,
Oh,
hoping
cool.
to get it back.
This is a heavy pike. It's a
Take it from us.
vehicle. Right trigger, you'll shoot these powerful charges out of here. That's fun. So right trigger shoots, and left trigger is going to give you a speed boost. See, I see some red markers up here. I don't see anybody though.
Looks like the Fallen want to keep us out.
Or keep something in. There's worse than dregs in old Russia.
Let's check out the control unit.
There we go.
This is locked down with adaptive encryption. We'll need access keys to bypass it.
Another fun thing you can do pretty early on, if you use the D-pad, it gives you a couple of emotes you can use. I think there's some by default. Up does a salute. Right does a little bit of a dance. Down is going to sit down, and left points. Those are some things that you can get at a later time to customize your character more, which is pretty fun. This guy right here, it's called an engram. These are going to be like weapon and armor drops. So let's see. Looks like we got an armor drop. Hit the start button, come in here, and we see we got a blue drop, which is 1611. That's more than the 1600 we had, so we'll swap that out. Notice that raised our power to 1603. So we were here, now we're here. All right, follow the waypoint marker. Get away from me, boy. Where is it taking me? Whoa. I'm going to use my special right bumper, left bumper. And in this one, you can, if you hit the trigger again, you'll do another like leap and drop a shockwave. All right, let's see. Download.
That's one key. We need two more.
It's an arc charge, gives you an option to pick it up. You come over here and you place it, you deposit it in this little contraption, and it gets rid of that shield. Download that key. On to the next. And then it's basically just a bunch of killing stuff. Stop hitting me. Killing stuff, following the objectives. Definitely pay attention to what the waypoint markers are telling you on the map.
That's all the keys we need. I should be able to break the encryption now.
Alright, head back over to the other place. Here's some more of these pikes. Let's take that again. Alright, let's see if we can open up this barrier now.
Shaw, you were right about this barrier. The Fallen were keeping the Hive at bay.
Dave is in more trouble than I thought. You need to hurry.
This is a powerful surge of arc energy. Whatever's causing it,
Maybe
even
don't go
transmats
there.
won't get through right now.
This looks kind of scary.
Hive contact.
Whoa, what? This is the second class of enemies or type of enemies. Those guys out in the open were called the Fallen. These guys are called the Hive.
Darkness is suffocating my light.
Uh-oh. When we get that respawning restricted, that means if we die, we'll restart back right there at the start. So we have to be a little bit more careful here. Let's use our super again. Whoa.
Main signal is just ahead. No. There may still be light left in her ghost.
I think that flying thing just killed that person. This looks like it's a ghost. Let's see what's going on.
Shaw, I'm sorry. We were too late.
I was too. Cass, I couldn't get to him in time.
There was a Hive wizard, a powerful one. We tried.
This isn't on you. You did what you could.
We have the remains of her ghost.
She'd appreciate that. You should just head to camp before that wizard comes back.
All right. That's the end of that first challenge. So that's the intro to the game. Everything after this sort of builds on everything we've done here. It's a lot of following quests and challenges, finding new guns, new armor. We'll get some more maneuverability options. Something called a Sparrow, which is sort of like a four-wheeler or a motorcycle. Fast travel. Guardians can use the destination map to quickly travel to specific places. Alright, so notice we're still sort of in this down under area. Hold the... I don't even know what that button's called. The 2 square button to open the map. Hold it down, and it pulls up our destination map. This is the map of the current destination, called the Cosmodrome. Press and hold A on the landing zone to instantly travel there. So notice you can move your cursor around, and there's all sorts of different things here you can see. we've got a little indicator here. This is where we want to go. So we're going to hold down A here, and it's going to fast travel us there. That was only something that was added in Destiny 2 that wasn't in... I don't think it was in Destiny 1. Alright, so notice this is sort of where we started. We had a battle that we fought over there. So we're going to come down here and we're going to say hi to Shaw Han.
Stay low. Cosmodrome's a hot zone.
When you come up on people, you just hold down X and it'll talk to them.
Even the light has limits. Sometimes you don't come back. That hive you saw was a powerful wizard named Navota. Didn't expect to run into something that strong, and I wasn't prepared. Now it's too late. Maeve and Cass knew the risks. Best way to honor them is to finish the job.
Finish the job.
There's a Golden Age relic, a superconductor, in a sealed chamber nearby. Vanguard says we can make a weapon out of it. Problem is, the superconductor is overflowing with arc energy. Can't even get near the place, much less break the lock. We need to find a solution, and something tells me our fallen neighbors know a thing or two about the infrastructure here. These were my fire team's assignments. They're yours now. Go shake the tree, we'll see what falls out.
Go shake the tree. Alright. Shaw grieves the loss of his fire team, but the mission must continue. He's here to find a Golden Age relic, a superconductor. If recovered, it could make a powerful weapon against the darkness. The superconductor is overloading the building with deadly arc energy. Arc energy is that sort of blue electricity. Shaw needs your help figuring out a plan to get past it. They give us a sniper rifle. Cool. Learning light. As you offer the remains of Maeve's ghost to Shaw, he pauses, then gestures for you to wait a moment. He pulls the edge of his cloak taut, materializes a knife, and slices a strip of cloth free. With reverence, Shaw wraps the shards of ghost shell in the cloth, then holds the bundle gently. It's an old hunter tradition, a way to honor lost friends, not practiced much these days. Looking back at you, he seems to realize something. His eyes brighten and search all around you. Have you felt your connection to the Traveler yet? He asks. I don't mean throwing purple grenades and shooting golden guns, something deeper. Shaw tells you to find a quiet place and meditate on the light. Strange as that sounds, he promises it will make you stronger. Don't worry, it's not supposed to make sense. Okay, what do we got here? We have things called bounties. On each destination, you can get some bounties. There are going to be little challenges you could do to get some experience rewards, and also you'll notice at the bottom here something called Glimmer. Glimmer is sort of like cash money. You can use it to buy some things. So, bounty, defeat fallen anywhere. Let's get that. Defeat combatants with your melee attack or finisher. Let's get that.
You got it.
Defeat combatants in the Cosmodrome using the super. Let's get that. And defeat combatants in the Cosmodrome using any kinetic weapon. We'll get that too. Let's see what this one is. Another Last City. I think this is a way that you can look into buying one of the expansions. Lightfall was sort of the most recent major expansion. So if you're interested, you can get that. I have that on my other account. I enjoy playing it. It's controversial, I guess, for some other reasons, but I had a lot of fun with it. But for now, we're just going to stick with what we're doing here. All right, quest tracking. You can track your quests more easily. Press and hold the destination button, so hold down that double square. And then left bumper could bring up your quests. Notice it has those bounties over here. It's an easy way to track that those things that we want. We can hover over a quest and hold down. We can press
Got
A
plenty
to
of
track
assignments,
it.
if that's what you need.
Let's see what else we got. Quests from all categories. Oh, this is that light thing he was talking about. Let's click on that too. So when you click on these, it'll add a little waypoint marker to your map, shows you where to go. So if we actually go back to the map, notice that it has an indicator here that this is where we go for that learning light option. I don't know if this is showing where the other one is though. Notice it shows where we're at. It shows this guy, Shahan. There's some other things around here too. Okay, maybe let's do this learning light one. It's telling us to go somewhere, so let's go try that. Yeah, let's put on our sniper rifle. Oh, we got a rocket launcher too. So one thing you can do is you can come here and you can put your cursor over the gun. If you hit Y, you can pull up the details of the gun. It gives you some information about some different weapon perks. Notice down on the bottom right, it shows some stats about the gun. Oh, someone's shooting me. Let's go hide in a corner. Gives some stats about a gun that you can take a look at. Each gun has some combination of these. And there's a lot of guns that have an option to, you can like customize the gun. So notice here, if you, by default it has ricochet rounds on and it describes what that is. But if you want, you can switch to tactical mag. Notice down in the bottom right, it shows what the change is if you decide to pick that over the other one. Same here, if we want to change the sights. Let's try that. So notice now we've got a reticle that looks like that because we changed it. You can do that with all the guns. This sniper that we have, one of the perks that it has, it's not pulling up. Okay. Dragonfly, it's one of my favorites. When you get a headshot, it causes the enemy to explode, which is pretty fun. Let's leave it like this. So there's a lot of information here on these specific guns that you can take a look at. And like I said, a lot of the game is finding a bunch of different cool guns that exist, using different ones together. The rocket launcher. Man, these enemies are really trying to kill me. We'll change this to linear compensator. It increases the blast radius. Guys, stop shooting at me. Leave me alone. This area is called a patrol zone. Each of the sort of different places on the map, or each of the different places you can go to around the solar system have one of these. It's sort of open world. You can do those quests. You can just kind of play around. There's different treasure chests that are hidden in different places. It's fun to just kind of explore around. Meditate. Let's do some meditation. Start the quest mission. We'll do this one and then maybe call it for now. Looks like there's a place for me to walk into. Let's do some meditation. You've acquired your first aspect. Press start. So for this specific subclass, notice we have the arc subclass. You'll also notice that there's information over here about unfocused solar and void. Those are some different subclasses that we'll have access to at some point, but right now we're using striker, which is our arc or electricity subclass. So we hit Y to open it up, and we get an aspect. Let's see. This aspect is called Knockout. Critically wounding a target or breaking their shield infuses your melee attack with arc energy and increases your range and damage. Cool. Defeating targets with melee starts health regeneration and makes you amplified. So each of these aspects is going to have information about what it does. Notice that there's the amplified is in blue there. That's one of these sort of code words. Notice in the top right it explains what that means. So if you're amplified, you move faster, you have better weapon handling. After sprinting for a short time, you speed up. So let's choose that. Notice we did that. It opened up down here what are called fragments. It doesn't look like we have access to any of those, so we're just sticking with this. So a lot of the game is going to be unlocking these different aspects and these fragments and sort of building a class that feels personalized and fun to you. So what are we doing? Let's meditate again. Left bumper, toss a grenade. Whoa. Grenades here are recharging very fast. If you look down on the bottom left, that's not usually how fast they go, but for this training mission, it's a little bit faster than let us get used to playing it. So one of the things they do really well is sort of walking you through what the lessons of how to play. Let's meditate again. That looks like a pretty dangerous. Just keep telling me to toss a grenade. I've been tossing grenades. Whoa. Sick. I'm gonna try not to get hit by that. If you're not sure where to go, make sure you're following the waypoint marker. New objective, you will get out. Alright, I hope so. Do some more meditation. charged melee. Whoa. Nice. Notice in the bottom left it says amplified for 10 seconds. So now if you start sprinting, it'll actually go a little bit faster. That's what that aspect did for us. Here's our super ability. Whoa. Ah. These little guys with the blue heads, they're called cursed thralls. If they get close to you, they'll explode on you, so be careful. They do hurt. I mentioned that firefly, so if I get a headshot, that didn't work. If I get a headshot, see if I can get one. It does a little explosion. When you kill enemies, like I mentioned earlier, keep your eyes out for these engrams. Ooh, we got a new helmet. Let's kill these guys first. Got a new helmet. Hit start, open it up. Put that on. Looks kind of cool. Just see you just go around and just kill stuff with some pretty badass moves and abilities. Do some more meditation. I haven't used a rocket launcher yet. That's sick. You know, so you can have fun mixing up between shooting stuff and using your abilities. Whoa. Because at the top of the screen, my health is in red right now. If that's the case, then you want to duck back behind somewhere and hide until it regenerates. powerful enemies. This is a throwback when you played Destiny 1. This is where you started. Well, the Cosmodrome is. Notice different enemies have different ways they respond. We just had that knight put up a shield. You'll get used to them as you play. I got my first fragment. Okay, hit start. I got a new gun. Let's see. Looks like I got a shotgun. Hit Y, open it up. First fragment. While surrounded by combatants, you are more resistant to damage. Cool. And each of these has a little bit of some information about what exactly they do. You can take a look over. Notice this says plus 10 strength. You come back to this main screen. Here, these numbers right here are your stats. There's mobility, resilience, recovery, discipline, intellect, and strength. They each do something different. There's information on here about what each of them does. But as you go through and you play around with different aspects and fragments, and you play around with different gear, you can increase these stats depending on what you want. So like mobility makes you go faster and jump higher. Resilience, it reduces the cooldown of your class ability, which is that sort of wall that we put up, and also reduces the amount of damage you take. Recovery increases the speed at which you regain health. Discipline is the cooldown time of your grenades. Intellect is the cooldown time of your super ability. And strength is the cooldown time of your melee ability. So you can see as you go forward and play this and get different gear with different stats, you can try and optimize sort of what you want for your play style. A lot of people will opt to try to get the most resilience they can because that's sort of the most health, the most damage you can take, especially if you're a Titan. A lot of people go for strength, which reduces your melee, but yeah, you have some different options. All right, what am I doing here? Oh, you will find my light. Meditate. Mission complete. Takes us back out to the steps. Whoa. Oh yeah, this is, I mentioned in these patrol zones, you can look around. There's oftentimes some different hidden chests and stuff around. So this one here gave us some money and then gave us some gauntlets, which are our arms. Put that on. Notice when we started, we were at 1600. Now we're up to 1609. Let's head back over to Shah Han. As we're just running around, we see right here, there's a chest. Here's one that gives us some loot. Look.
Tower to Cosmo Ops. Requesting confirmation of a fallen extraction crew.
One of the most fun things I think about the game, especially in patrol zones, are what are called public events. So you can just be running around here hanging out, and then there's sort of like a mini, it's not really a mini game, but a mini event that comes up. Each area has sort of a different little event. It's usually defeating enemies. We're going to run over and do this one. Called Glimmer Extraction. There's a bunch of enemies over here that we're gonna take some time and try to kill. So this is one that we sit here and whoa, we gotta kill these enemies as they come down. Let's put up a wall. Okay. So this Fallen Extraction, which is the name of this public event, there's 3 separate places that these fallen ships come, and you go and sort of kill the enemies that are around there. Then at the end, you get a chest that you can open. Usually has weapons or armor. Good. Notice when you're doing this, there's this little indicator over this guy's head. It means that that's who you gotta kill to advance to the next part. Whoa. Alright, that's the second drop ship. Head over to this last place. You'll notice I'm carrying a shotgun and a sniper. Both of these use, I mentioned it earlier, special ammo. It's the stuff you have to pick up off the ground. It's a little bit more rare, so if you run out of ammo, you can change to a gun that has infinite ammo. We died. It turns out when you're in a patrol zone, it doesn't really matter that much if you die. You'll just respawn kind of close by. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put on one of my other guns. I'm going to put that submachine gun back on. Even though it's a little bit lower of a light level, it's not that much lower, and it has infinite ammo. So this will be one that we can use to take down these enemies a little bit easier, because we don't have to wait for ammo to drop on the ground. So it's usually good practice. What a lot of people do is they'll have one gun that has infinite ammo, and these are going to be like your assault rifles and submachine guns. And then there'll be one that has special ammo. That'll be like your shotguns and sniper rifles. And then someone will have a heavy, which has that purple ammo. Those are much more powerful, but the ammo drops a lot less. Alright, that's our first public event. Gives us some loot. Nice. It gave us some boots and a little bit of glimmer, which is that money. Put that on. Nice. 1618. We're all the way up at 1611 now. I like to put on sort of my highest gear all around and see where I'm at. 1611. As I just mentioned, it's important to note that you don't always need to have on your highest level. Oftentimes, you know, notice if we put this submachine gun back on, it's not the highest, but it still keeps our overall power about the same. And guns that are around the same level, there's usually negligible differences in the power that they have impact on the enemies. That's why I chose this one that's a little bit of a lower light level, but it actually doesn't impact the game all that much. And is actually a better choice because we never run out of ammo.
Enjoying it? According to that schematic you found, the power grid here is linked to a dormant comms array. That array should be pulling plenty of juice from the grid, but it's offline. If we spin it up, it might stop the overload and get us to the superconductor. Trick is, we need to be at 2 places at once to reboot. The array itself and the power station. To top it off, Navota is still out there, so you need to watch yourself. I'm not losing any more Guardians today.
Guardian rises. Nice. The schematic you recovered confirms Shaw's plan. An old comms array lies dormant in a nearby facility. If reactivated, it might balance the power of the superconductor enough to stop the arc overflow. Shaw needs to man the controls at the central power grid while you activate the array. Hover over the weapon icon below and select it with A, then complete the mission Cold Boot. Learning light. Shaw looks you up and down as you stride into the scout post. I see you've made progress. I knew it would happen soon, but it's amazing to see how much you've learned, he smiles. Not long ago, you were fresh out of the ground with only a rusty rifle to your name. Now you're on your way to mastering the powers of the light. Ikora had better keep an eye on you. Make sure to tell her I said that next time you see her in the last city. Shaw looks down at his cloak, freshly mended from where it was cut earlier. Just remember, this power has its limits, Guardian. Keep your ghost close at all times. Contains a full set of rare armor. Nice. Whoa, cool. So, notice we're on his screen again. We can get more bounties. We'll get a grenade bounty.
You got it.
And then use power weapons to kill. These bounties are ones that recycle every day. You can come back and get them. If you don't complete it, then they disappear and you can come back and get new ones. We've got Maeve's key for a quest. This is going to open up a chest she left inside Shaw Han's camp. Let's go see what that is. Notice we also acquired, we had a gun that was colored purple. So, we see here this Night Watch. So each of these guns and armor have different, what are called weapon rarities. If you've played other RPGs, it's similar to that. White is going to be the most common and usually the lowest power. Green is going to be a little less common, but yeah, it's sort of the second lowest. Then it goes blue, which notice we're all covered in blue right now. And then there's purple, which is called legendary. This is going to be what a lot of the guns are. And then we'll go see in a second, there's one, the gold is exotic. And those are the most powerful and most rare weapons that we have. We can inspect this weapon, put our cursor over it, hit Y to pull it up. Legendary weapons. Legendary weapons are significantly more powerful than other weapon rarities. With a wide pool of available perks and customizable weapon mod slots, the possibilities are vast. Find the combination that suits you best, customize it for gameplay through mods, and wield your weapon against foes of humanity. So notice we can take a look at this. It gives us some different perks that it has. There's empty mod socket, which there's nothing here now. We'll get to that at a later point. Tier 1 of handling. We'll cover this at a later time, but you can upgrade your guns sort of from the base level. The base level is the weakest, but you can upgrade it to be more powerful. And then infusion, which I'll also cover. If you want to keep this gun, but you get a gun that's a higher light level, you can basically infuse that higher light level gun into this one to make this one more powerful. We got a bunch of new armor, so let's go over here and equip it. Notice we're up at 1614 now. We got this kind of neat, sort of beige looking stuff. And then, yeah, let's go see what we have in here. tractor cannon. Exotic gear. So purple is called legendary. That's going to be the most, probably the type of weapons and armor that you use the most. We got a exotic, which is gold, but you can only wear one piece of exotic armor at a time, and you can only have one exotic weapon equipped at a time. So let's put this guy on. This is a shotgun. Now, exotic weapons are sort of the most powerful type of weapons. Each of them has sort of like a unique ability. So this weapon emits a powerful impulse that pushes enemies away. It suppresses their abilities and makes them more vulnerable to all incoming damage. Nice. So this could be one you put on an enemy to make it easier for yourself and others around you to kill it. One of the perks, the scientific method, damaging an opponent temporarily increases speed and handling. And we're just looking at sort of the free-to-play game right now, but a lot of the exotic weapons have what are called weapon ornaments. They don't change how the gun handles at all or how the armor looks, but, well, it doesn't change the power of any of these things. It changes how they look. But there's a lot of kind of cool options they have. That's neat. I like the black on that. So if you want to take a look, wow. You can put your cursor over it, and if you hit Y, you can preview what that particular ornament looks like. That doesn't look much different than that first one. Oh, it is the same one. Weird. I think this one's the neatest.
3 millimeters off alignment.
It's kind of badass. All right, let's go try it on one enemy real quick first and see how it works. And then I'll be done. Just shoots him. So like most shotguns, you gotta be up close for it to really do anything. He just flies away. Where'd you go, man? Ooh, I thought I heard an engram. When you kill an enemy, if you keep your ears open, you can hear a little bit of a shimmering sound. That usually means there's armor or glimmer around. Oh yeah. One of the other things that happens when you're just out on patrol, sometimes randomly some really more powerful enemies will spawn, and when you kill them, they'll drop a sort of a loot cache here, which dropped a helmet for us. Nice. So here's an instance. Actually, I don't know if we can. I think we need something for that. All right. So that's going to end it for me today. I'll come back to hang out at Shawhan's camp. Kind of doesn't matter where you are when you log out. You'll kind of log in always at the same spot. But
Got a report?
Come over here. Actually, before we go, we got those bounties earlier. I'll show you how to turn those in. You hold down that double square button. You go over to quests and notice we've got 4 bounties here that have a yellow exclamation point. You can click on them, and it's just going to basically complete it.
Watch yourself in the Skywatch.
So all these give us a little bit of XP, but nothing else.
You seen any VIP targets out there?
All right. That's that's that. That's the beginning. When we come back, we'll finish, or not finish, but continue on with our quests. Maybe complete a couple of these bounties. Finish on with this Guardian Rises. Notice it says we're step 7 of 20, so there's a ways for us to go. And once we get done with that, there will be plenty of other things that we can look at as well. Learning Light. We're on step 4 of 4, so it seems like at the next place we go, we'll be able to sort of complete this quest and probably start another one. All right. We'll go out with a little bit of a dance. Thanks for watching, everyone.